Hello, everyone. Happy New Month. Happy New Month. Happy New Month. Today's woman. Welcome to Second Talk, where we engender. Where we. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Second Talk, everyone. Aspiring to engender new thought across the continent. That actually have been our motto forever. To see what news, venture out. Thank you if you're here. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Liberia's mirage of change, illusion for change. Okay. Um, we are supposed to be on the air in Nimba. I'm not sure what's going on. Nelson's supposed to be here, so I'm waiting for him. As all of you know, Cyprian is bereaved. His mother passed. But again, like I told you, we're making other arrangements for other radio stations that we are on the air and making sure that our people are hearing us, that we're listening to them also. A couple of days ago, I was on the air in Mangibi, I think 5 different counties in Liberia. We came on at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, Liberian time, which would be like 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here, to just talk about the working of this government from government to government. Okay. As I noted to you, all of you the other day, um, we're happy new month again. September was a month of its own, and I'm sure most of the people who came to the UN, meaning they brought a truckload of people in the name of historic uh, position, non-permanent position at the United Nations, as if to say it was Liberia first time venturing into that. Folks, do not be malign, okay, maligned by anything that people say, because here it is. Liberia is a founding member of the United Nations. Liberia helped give Nigeria, supported Nigeria on her independence. Liberia helped Kenya, when it was fighting for its independence. South Africa was for its independence. The formation of Israel, Liberia was a part. Okay? So, for us to show up in 2024 and say this is historic, like it will be our first time. When you're making history, it is your first time. Okay? Now, we've been over there more than once. I'm trying to see the impact, but I'm going to be talking on many things tonight. I see, and everybody will preach their side on when it comes to Liberia, where Liberia stands in the moment in time. Okay. Like I hear people say, this is why you don't want to bring the two-wing party back in power. This is why you don't want to bring the other political party in power. The two-wing party expired a long time ago. They have more than 100 years to build an institution that was inclusive, to build a nation of people, okay, supposed to be people who understood and came from other places. Yeah, give me 1 second. So we're talking about prep test, my baby, so she's just walking. All right. So just as I think, who brought Alyssa? Who brought Alyssa? Where you going? Pick up what? You want to pick up what?
Walgreens.
Okay. All right, guys, I'm home. I'm going to show all of you know. Okay. The idea here is not to go back. What you called at the time, okay, with less than 3 million people that you call cool, it was not cool to me. It was not cool to 50% of the nation. It has never been cool. What we all should be trying to find out is, Alyssa, please, will you please call your dog? Cookie, go. No, no, go. Okay, where you called a good time in Liberia, there had never been a time in Liberia where 60% of Liberian people were literate. There have never been a time in Liberia where the nation was very diverse. What we need to start learning is how to give all of our people an opportunity, a fighting chance, that every child, okay, every child, every woman, every man will have an opportunity to maximize their God-given potential. It does not matter where their last name is. It should not matter where their first name is. It should not matter what county of origin, what tribe they speak. That is my particular quest. All right. I don't particularly subscribe to a political party without an ideology. Okay. If I'm with you, that means I believe in the person that you are, your character, and based on past deliverables. All right. Based on past deliverable, what you have done in the past, that you have record to build on. Not merely because I like you. Now, I am seeing a lot of pictures out here about kids failing national exam, the WIAC, while other schools maximize their grade in the WIAC. All right. I wonder if we ask the Liberian people, what would be the factors that yield those results? I can tell you a few. When you have a child sitting outside that a wire is delivered at 6 p.m. in the evening, and they're sitting down in the yard in mosquito, beating their leg, can't focus, or maybe most of the day they were hungry, okay? to go get tested. All right, let me show one of this. I think hopefully I can show this picture here. Just give me 1 second. Maybe I can show this picture. Maybe I can show this picture to the Liberian people. Let me see if I can find this picture to show it. Okay. Let's look at this picture right here. If these children pass the national exam, okay, I would then call it a miracle. Okay, look at these children. These kids are outside. I distinctly remember their test paper delayed and arriving very late. Okay, delayed and arriving very late. I remember the test paper, the white paper arriving very late. Okay, mind you, maybe some of these kids right here, maybe they have not eaten. Maybe some of them have not eaten. Look at that environment. It says, Marie, okay, look at this place that the children are sitting now. Also, barely have lights. And we expected them to perform. And we expected them to perform. All right? We expected them to perform. All right? How do you expect maybe a child that have not eaten all day? You put young people also, all right, in the mosquitoes. Yes, I know, Morovia. Mosquitoes. While they're beating the mosquito off their leg, they're out there. And guess what? The particular that particular day, their wife came late. They were waiting. We heard it. That it had not arrived due to either river or whatever was happening. That's why I talk about education being a priority. We cannot change the nation when we refuse to invest in our people. I'm gonna read this. This is something that I wrote a couple of days ago, but I'm gonna focus on this. Okay. Nelson Mandela once said, "Our children are the rock on which our nation will be built. Our greatest assets as a nation, they will be the leaders of the country, the creator of our national wealth, who are for and protect our people." Okay, who care for and will protect our people. All right, that was Mandela. Mandela said, "I knew South Africa was rich. I knew South Africa was this. It had diamond, it had gold, but the purest of them all are the children." That's why education, especially educating South African Black people, was very important to him. Very, very important to him. Okay. South Africa got one of the highest literacy rate. I think they got a 97% literacy rate. Oh wow. What? I got more than 18, 20,000 followers. Okay. They have more than that. Let me put this up. Now I'm gonna show you another one. So I just show you Liberian young people sitting down outside, all right, taking wire in the night on, I would say lantern, because that other one that not anything, all right. But we expect for them to perform. Those young people have been out there all day from the anxiety the night before that they would be taking wire while they were waiting. And that paper, they show all of it were in the newspaper. We all know this. Here are the young people here. Okay. Here they are here. We saw that. Here they are in the night. Some of them, yeah, the motorbike park there. Some of them might be motorbike rider. Okay. But look at the difference here, Petura. Look at the difference between the children, the school, where the children make it, compared to the school that the kids they make it. And here's another thing that we all should be ashamed of. Okay, if you are in America and you are supporting government that does not invest in the children, okay, or other since you came to this country, because I know some are all old now and just literally getting degree. Me, I finished school long time ago, long time ago. Did the hustle, and you know what? There's no age for learning, but we have the responsibility to educate our children. If we must compete in this global economy, all right, we have that responsibility. Here we go. So you saw that, but here is a flip side. The flip side here is, I show you this. This is one school. This is one school right here, okay? They say out of 14 candidates who sat for the exam at the Yopatam Public High School, Riverside County, none were able to achieve a passing score. I didn't think so. It would have been a miracle. Number one, you brought the test late. Number two, you don't mind. Most of those kids were hungry. No water to listen. Your brain dream when you're hungry. You can't think right when you're hungry. Maybe like grandpa. That's why you see us when we're testing children in the United States. Okay, any major test, we tell you go to bed early. Get a good night of sleep so your brain can rest, so your body can rest, so you're able to focus. Eat well in the morning. Okay, even if you don't have food to your house, we have breakfast at the school that the children come. Not only do they eat, then before they start their test, we get them peppermint to stimulate them. We cater to them. We are here and saying the children didn't pass. How? Look at the school. This is a nation, folks, that pays its lawmaker millions of dollars, just dish out millions of dollars to buy them cars. And I'm seeing Liberian people stay steady and not moving and looking for a hero. Here they are here in the dark outside. This is when they were testing. Mind you, the children didn't sleep the night before. They start out there all day waiting for the test to arrive. No test. No test. But we expected them to pass, to perform miracle. All right? We expected them to pass, to perform miracle. That's what we did. That's a shame. That's a shame on all of us. All right? So I'm going to come back to the illusion of change. You elect people who for 12 years, 16 billion and more, we're not talking about the money that Liberia had, okay? They did nothing with it. And I'm going to be me a little bit. You got an old man. I don't care if it was my father at this point, okay? I think very selfish. An 80-some-old-year-old man who people have to help to get ready. They have been since 2015, 2016, 2017. I know all of us will decline at one point because I know when I get to 80, my grandchildren may have to help me out. My daughters will have to help me out. I will not be looking for a government job. I will not be looking to take the lead where I will be thinking about creating a future unless I have it together. Okay? Especially somebody who have no record of building anything. That they only work, but they have nothing to reference. They pack all almost, well, I don't know how many ever lawmakers that they gave visa to come to the United Nations. And they came all with their own entourage. A nation that begs to eat. That the children say also on a solar light. After they have gone to, maybe they have anxiety the night before, made it to the campus, start there all day until in the middle of the night before the exam arrived. And we expected them. No, you on time, Brazilian. Okay. I was just showing the school, many Liberian schools that failed. In fact, I think it was on Lofash Julia in across Africa yesterday, where I was watching. Okay. Here is what I'm trying to show here. Where is this stuff going? You give me 1 second here. This is what I just showed. All right. These young people, all of us remember when doing the national exam, the exam, okay. The exam, for them to take that exam, those children were on campus. I remember people were covering it. They waited and waited and waited. The test does not show up there in the middle of the night. The young people went out there with solar light to take exam. Solar light to take exam. Imagine that. Imagine you've gone on campus, waited all day, sitting down in this Liberian heat, okay? And finally, so it's past 6, 7 o'clock. They bring you exam to take. And people anticipated for them to pass. You're welcome. That's a problem. All right? Listen, your learning environment also encourage, okay, your performance. The learning environment of the kids also, or young people, it also help in your performance. All right? Yeah, they were outside. The young people were outside. I remember distinctly because it was covered. All right? And they said the exam didn't get to them later. Some of the children look at their bike rider. That's how they go to school. All right? Exhausted. Maybe they didn't get enough sleep. But we anticipated for them to pass. What were we doing to our children? What are we doing to our nation? What do we do to the future of our nation? And people think when you talk, you hate Liberia. I wouldn't say here to talk and hate Liberia. I'm sitting right here. This is not to brag. For where I come from, I can brag. From a girl that was born on banana leaf, I'm sitting in a touch of the corner in my house, in one of my living areas. All right? This country made it possible. You know, maybe you people don't know that. I teach history. Okay? Thank you, Yasa. And I'm looking at this place where I'm sitting down. We're talking about change. We're talking about progression, making progress Okay, not regression, making progress, moving forward. This place that I'm sitting, okay, say it could be that too, or maybe not. Okay, that could be true too. So it's to their own detriment. All right, where I'm sitting here, Gwinnett County, in 1980, Gwinnett County had 97% white Caucasian, only 3% black people. And I can tell you for free, when I came here in the early 90s, there were far and few black people. We never could come to this place. We used to call it a boondock. You better not get caught in the middle of the night in the area. They might catch you hanging in the tree. When you go downtown Lawrence, that way they used to hang black people, or they used to sell them. I'm sorry for me to tell the story. I'm telling you the change that have taken place. I'm telling you, when you talk about change, how you see, just a couple of days ago, the white people wanted to get their own candy called Burberry. The people told them no. Now they see Gwinnett County today in America is the most diverse 40 years later community in the whole of Georgia. This county is the one that made Biden win. You all heard it in the news all over. Okay, this is where you find black doctors, black nurses, black engineers. All right, we move in. Black educators. That's change. That is change. Change is not going backward. It's not static. Change is evolving. But change could also be for the worse. But I would say for the better. For the better. Now, here is the difference. Let me show you something. These kids, here is the difference here. And the video I'm about to play, I have no copyright to that video. Just so you know. I have absolutely no copyright to that video. This video is from a few years back. Okay. This video is from a few years back. All right. You're talking, your people, them, they're all over enjoying. This years back, all right. This is from a few years back. This is the school, the STEM school. And when I hear, I think it was yesterday, Sarah's great, and which I will bring in here to have a conversation, wrote recommending and Jacob, I agree, recommending that Boaka tap into Liberians that not just have degree, but have experience and have vision to change the country. All right, tap into those resources. And he mentioned Mr. Cummings' name and make a recommendation. The hatred and the jealousy that came at that man, I'm going to find it and I'm going to read it. Some people came. Let me first play this, then I will come to that and read where we are, how limited we are. Listen, the guy that designed the Smithsonian, okay? When Nana Addo came here, he made it not even Smithsonian, but the Black History Center that will be, I think it is the Smithsonian, something like that. All right, and that museum, the man made it his business to let the world know the architect is a Ghanaian born. The Ghanaian born. When you hear even Microsoft or any of the big company that Nigerians or Ghanaians or Tanzanians or South African have been a part of, the people will make it sure those who are accomplished, because you know what? Nigerian understand. Nigerian and Ghanaians understand that competition breed talent, not jealousy, not mere talk. But let me play this for you. I went to see my mom and now she's calling me back. She was not there when I went there. All right. Let me see if I can play this for the Liberian people. I'm going to go ahead and play it. Okay. Hopefully I can play it. I'm trying. I have no copyright in this video. This might go off, okay? But literally, I'm trying to tell you the difference, okay? The difference. You see right here? Just see right here? For some reason, I have so much play in the background. I try to clean my system, but it keep telling me it will go off. You see what the children are saying? You see the case right here? I'm sure you see. Okay, so here is the difference. You see where the children, the learning environment for these kids? Hey, both sides, you see the learning environment for these kids? That's Alexander Cummings School, okay, of science, technology, engineering, and math. STEM, okay, to be able to answer to the challenge of the future. Those children can compete with anyone. You saw the children walking in, fan blowing, electricity on. You see the space? That school, if it was if they need on the international school, it was foreigner that have it, they would be charging $3,000 and $5,000 and $10,000 a month. I remember my niece was in Liberia. Her father used to pay $5,000 a year or more for her school. When Liberian people got ready to be rude, they started cussing. $700 was too much, $500. But you want this man to bring in professional people, okay? Rosa, Sasha had an opportunity to attend. What happened? Why you didn't tell me? You didn't tell me, ma. But we're talking about, all right? I know a lot of parents reach out to me at some point and like, says, yeah, because I said no, they go strictly by merit. You apply, when you are selected, you go there. And you got to perform. And based on your grade that we do here in America, you don't get to go to Yale or Harvard. Okay, you get to go to Yale or Harvard, okay, in a name, on a special case, not in a school like everybody else, the Kennedy School of this or that. When you work for government and the government pay for A and they pay half for A. That's it. And that particular stuff, every time you go to talk, like American, he got to let the people know. What part of Harvard or Yale he went to. Because you got to say it. That's it. All right? So that is the difference. And then I was listening yesterday to across Africa, where they say some person in Bone County were telling the student, when you receive your result, you got to go to them and tell them if you pass, if not. When my children go and sit for the SAT or the ACT, that information is uploaded automatically. All the colleges in America is available to them automatically. The Honor Society is thank you for sharing. The Honor Society is available to them. All right. And all of those people is available to them. You do not need to go to a particular person. I will find that video and play it. So that is a problem. So you have people for 12 years, they came to power. The world gave us billions of dollars to restructure and redirect. And I'll always speak to this. When you come from war and there's stability and you get a government, that government that takes over, it is that government is the restructure and the redirecting government. That government have the ability to reset the morality, the forward march of that nation. Okay? You are the one that will change that. We saw that with China after their civil war. When Mao did not do it, he tried and he failed. Deng Xiaoping came and he devised a plan, and the people rolled up their sleeves and they worked. Today, China, just 1976, just 1976, got 4 years before 1980 in Liberia, is when China started developing after their civil war. Under Mao, it was difficult. And I keep telling you, it took one man, vision, to set the tune. And we have to find the right person. You know, I'm going to find it something and read. One person who answered I really liked yesterday was Emery Nicole. Emery said to the people that were cussing Mr. Cummings, okay, he said to them, here it is. Here is what Cyrus wrote. I'm not going to read what Cyrus wrote. Today, Liberia, he said today, Liberia is out there chasing down opportunity to get the economy working, create jobs, and raise the aspiration of the hundreds of thousands of youthful citizens with limited employment opportunity, hoping for a better chance to make it in their own country. If there's any Liberian who can be well received in a boardroom of Western Corporation, that Liberia is Alexander Cummings, without a doubt. Will it be too much to ask Alexander Cummings to be a trade envoy? I believe he will get a better, quicker dividend with Alexander making our case for investment in Liberia. Okay? Election is not for another 5 years plus. But our need for solution is ever present today. President Bouaka, please deploy our best assets. Please send Alexander Cummings to help our country. Mr. Cummings, please agree to serve if asked. Okay. Here's some of the stuff here. A guy named Tom Tucker, Thaker. What job Mr. Cummings will accept from JMB after turning down the vice standard bearer position? Cummings will not do it. Cummings is only good for the presidency. You know, even though Alexander Cummings told them, Bouaka never asked him, even though all of them know, Papa Bouaka said he will never be the reason for a Congo man to come to, although they say he's from Maryland, and they say that Congo man, to come to power, okay? But they still want to believe what they want to believe. Yesterday, the moment somebody called Mr. Cummings in, they start pumping out all kind of story. When all of them in that place, in position of power, all of them sleeping with one another, the women or the men, all of them sleeping with, I'm the one who's saying it. I'm not holding my tongue about that, okay? Then Sarah said, I am not talking about a job. I am talking about an important role, okay? Patrick Emerson King, Cyrus, what is the difference between a job and an important role? Tom Tucker King, Patrick, thank you. During ESG regime, he was a board member of BWR. It was an important role and also a job. He didn't get paid. That's how BWR got electricity. That's how people around the world were able to trust his name, okay, to come to help Liberia. You think the money Liberia was getting, you think it was just based on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf name? All the help that came on, you think it was just on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf name? It were people that she deployed, like the Dr. Gwampu of the world, an economist with PhD and a professor, okay? Like, what the other one, where the young man, Monicia play, all of those people, where the lady Asaye, those people, we use their name to get billions of dollars in the country just to squander it. Most of you don't understand. Here is another one that wrote here. I'm in total agreement. Somebody else said, Robert Sisse. Saint Ajib Wong Kim. The question is, does he want to? All right. And Emery Nicole came back. Samuel Achibon. The question is, will JMB listen to the objectivity in the recommendation and do the needful for the sake of the progress of his government? Okay. Same Achibon came. What is the needful when an individual have, I'm not even gonna go there because this too, that's my brother and friend, but he has a disdain for Mr. Cummings for some reason. I'm saying it, and I'm not biting my tongue. Okay. And somebody gave me a JMB reached out during the second round of the election, but Mr. Cummings did not say or do. Mr. Cummings spoke before JMB, okay? Things that he wanted them to do. JMB said refuse. With him or without him, you're going to win the election. He had already won, all right? So he was not going to put his name on it, and that is it, okay? And somebody can be an involved makes sense, all right? Dr. Sungbe, my own brother-in-law, the Ministry of Commerce or Trade Representative Trade Czar will be a perfect place for him. The president said, he had his chance, I believe 3 times. Mr. Cummings had not ran 3 times. Joseph Walker ran 3 times. Ellen Johnson really ran 3 times. We have ran 3 times, okay? So let's continue. Now, I came back and corrected that. Here is another one. Guys, you can see that. And it went on. Some of them came. Where does he know? Where to so? When you make it in America as a black man or as a black woman with an African accent and make it to the top of a legacy American corporation, a Fortune 500, okay, with billions of dollars in market cap, okay, you have arrived, all right? And they're willing to pay you millions of dollars. A black man, an African child, okay, you have arrived. That means you're hardworking, you're brilliant, and you got something to give. We don't identify our smart children. We don't put in time for our smart children. We don't create a conducive environment for our children to maximize their God-given potential, to think critically. That's the problem that we have. All right. And we are jealous. I have never seen people, I never knew some Liberian men were this envy of their friend Liberian men. What did this man do to you that you're so hateful? You know, I'm of the belief, get to Caesar what is due Caesar, and to God what is due God. But they wouldn't. They wouldn't. The level of insecurity. Some of you are in the country, women then supporting you. Some of you are in this country, you be in the country, you forced to pack up. Some of your people then who pack up and went to Liberia and said they can't do the 9 to 5. It's too much for them. This man were not doing 9 to 5. Okay? And they came to veil off. This man was doing 5 in the morning, gym, 6 in the office, and 12 o'clock before he retired home. And from plane to plane, country to country. That's how for you to succeed. It requires hard work. So I come back to the presidency. For Liberia to shift its path, okay, and create a place for all of us that our children can realize the God-given potential, we always have to roll our sleeve. We need a leader with a vision that will lead by example, a leader that will walk their talk and talk, okay, and speak what it means, not just make empty promises. And Liberians, you know, Jacob came here and said, it is the same Liberian people that voted for the same worker. That is correct. That is so correct. We sat here and we said that to you. That is correct. You are not going to get a new Liberia. You are not going to change. Change is an illusion to you when you keep driving in reverse. Okay? And I always told Liberian people, my favorite movie of all times, I didn't know where I was going to end it. A country girl, okay, who most of her aunties from her mother age were not allowed to go to school. I always love the Sunday at the movie. If you were in Liberia where you got black and white TV, Sunday at the movie, Star Trek, and that just has an imprint in my mind. to boldly go where no man has gone before. If Liberians want to boldly go where no other Liberian has gone before, those Liberians will have to be willing to take the risk, okay, to the unknown, because change is not what you know. You already know it cannot be your change. You have to take risk. Okay, me getting on the plane with no family to come to the United States, it was a risk, not knowing what I was going, what was going to happen to me. You getting up in the morning, Ben Jonah getting up and decided after coming from refugee camp in Ghana, as old as he was, saying he was going to go to nursing school. It was the unknown, but it was the risk that he thought in the end, if he succeeded at it, it will help, it will yield a benefit that he will go and do. Like that old tiny man, what they call Lofa, getting up, huh? Going to engineering school to become a computer, how you call it? That's a lot. And leaving the place, starting island to move to another place. That's what it takes. I watched the kids. I mean, and I gotta find that video that and Lofa had, where the man and literally, but you can't blame people because you only know what you know. So we come back to say, change for Liberia for me is an illusion at this point. It's a mere talk. It's about individual, what individual can do. I saw the release from where your name, Gafwan, talking about plan for 2025, plan for this. So my big brother, not my big brother, because you're not big brother, you were friend to my brother. So I think all around the same age. Okay. Y'all saw us, Papa Boaka, that y'all have planned, or y'all had planned that were extensive, that were going to change the country. Y'all have planned that the school, what do you call it, the harmonization was wrong. Y'all have planned that the free tuition were not well thought out. Y'all have planned to make sure no car will get hitched or stuck anywhere 90 days after. Okay, was it just for that 90-day period? Then from there on, everything else was going to be stuck. Okay, y'all used $22 million and nothing happened. So now the question that begs an answer is, now you're telling the Liberian people that I wrote in return yesterday. Okay, you're telling, but I got to find this video. Kafwan is telling all now that God have mercy, the next budget will reflect and will change Liberia trajectory next year. So the first year was them to collect for themselves. For them, like Jay Kabakoli said, the first 6 months you are going to be a millionaire. Okay, maybe by now they're all millionaire by this point. Okay, maybe they all are, because money getting missing left, right. So that is where maybe the top Liberian people voted for. All right, but you are telling us now that, so how many people are you willing to see on drugs? How many more young people out of depression and hopelessness that you want to see on drugs before you do something? That's a whole year. How many people would have died, committed suicide, okay, or commit atrocity just to stay afloat? All right, raping out of frustration, stealing. I'm not making excuses for them. When people are stressed, when people are depressed, when people are addicted, a lot of things can happen. Okay, how many people do you want to see down before you make a decision? You come to power with the explanation that you were the more experienced, and we agreed. I'm in total agreement. But now you're telling us it's your next budget that will reflect what Liberia will need. That's what you are telling us. That you will prioritize the Liberian people. Liberian people, you hear me? Now what my brother Gafwan say, 2025 budget will be reflective of the priority of the nation. But this year budget, not so much that they're time. to collect. That's what I gather. It's just simple critical thinking. That's how I gather. Okay. That's what I think, because I don't know if you saw the write up. Okay. So let me come here on Lofa page, because there was Lofa page, not Lofa, across Africa, that I saw that interview yesterday where the man was sitting down and people did you see the Liberian children? This other one. You anticipate that this child, where the guy, that the man had yesterday that were explaining people going to him. Here he is right here. Okay. That was on the 22nd. Banga interview district education officer. The district education officer, people have to go to him. Okay. The children will take the test and go to him before and give him. Then they say no graduation. My kids still get to work if they don't pass, if they don't get the needed grade for SAT. Their grade is not based on WAEC. How do you penalize the children that you have not provided resources for? How do you penalize the children that you have not created a conducive environment for? How can graduation be based on after you've gone to school 14 years, 15 years, 16 years, and then you tell me my graduation is based on a one-day test, which is WAEC? All right. And majority of the school, especially up in Tiwe, that volunteer teacher they got. Okay. The volunteer teachers they got. The last time we were in Nima, Rosa was last. The children are supposed to be in school. They were on the farm working for the teacher. Because the teacher, the volunteer teacher. This had been going on before my father was born. Before I was born. I'm almost 60 years old. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Let me show you, and I'm going to show this picture. Here, Liberian children. And there's so many of them, this story. I share this. All right. They bought $45,000 cars. Some of them added another $30,000 because they just got $100,000 and $150,000 and bought themselves more cars. Okay, they just did. All right, but the children have no roof. If you guys remember, I think it was 3 years ago on my birthday, I came here and asked you because my mother-in-law had given me a piece of land and I was going to go build on it. And I asked her, I said, I didn't want anything. I just wanted people to contribute to my birthday. When I got that money, one of my children, Sequoia called me and said, Sis, there's a school here in Mangibi County. The children there, the school looks so bad, they didn't get a place to sit down. Please help us. I took that money and sent it there for that lady to plaster that building. Fix the roof so the children can have place to go to school. I forgot about myself. So the children can have place to go and sit down. You see here? Let me show you. You're Liberian children in school here. You look here. This is the nation that paid somebody $3,600 a month for electricity, for gas. And I tell you, why would they want to bring light in the country? Why would they want to bring competition that light is cheap for everybody to have? When one person collecting $3,600, the decision makers, the policy makers are paying themselves, and to hell with the rest of you. When we say you're in America, you don't know what you're talking about. That is true. Friday, we lost power due to the tornado or the stuff that were here. It was scary. Some of them go to work. There you go. This is Liberian children. They're in school. That's school here. You see school here? This is school. This is school for Liberian children. All right? This is school. Y'all saw that? I need to, Lofa, you need to come to Georgia because the Tina acting and now go in the text manager and try to move it, telling me all kind of story. All right. Look at the children. Yeah, you are children. Yeah, Liberian children in school, yeah. Yeah, school, yeah. Liberian children. And you anticipate the children will pass national exam, and you want the children to buy where the bowl, where they learning, where the teacher, and their kids will pass national exam. Look at these children. Look at these children. What I would do, and I don't want to show my classroom. I really don't want to show my classroom. Okay. My classroom, you can sit on the floor, but then the kids know how to sit on the floor and eat. I can show you my classroom. I've taken my in class. I call Rosa, we talk. Okay. I will show you my classroom. Okay. I will actually post it on my page on Facebook. So I'm not going to make it private. I'm going to make it public. Show you my classroom. Look at these kids. Look at these kids. These are the future of Liberia. But look at their children. Look at the school their children go to. Look at these kids. That school year. That school year. That school. Liberian people. This is school. This is the change. $22 million. No row. $22 million would have built. Okay. Would have built at least, let's just say, $50 million each. 15 county. The biggest country in respect to population in the Montserrado. The next one, okay. All right. The next one, the next big county, it will be Lofa, Bon, Grand Bassa, Mangibi. All right. Build school, high school, every 5-mile radius. Okay. Since we will do a walking distance, maybe every 3-mile radius where the kids can walk together. Okay. I hope they're listening, Bill. I hope they're listening. I'm about to finish up. My time is finished here anyway. I was here for 1 hour. This is the same class. Look at these children right here. Look at these beautiful little girls. Look at this. Look at the children. Even got slippers on, no shoes. Look at these kids. No shoe. Where is this? All right. And the last one I'm going to show you tonight, I'm going to stop this, is the kids in River Cess again, crossing river. I told Alex Conti I was going to talk about it, but I need to get my laptop correct. Then I will talk about it tonight. So where is the change that you all talked about? That's what I want to talk about. Now, let me come back to the Liberian people. People of Liberia, let me tell you something. Liberia had the non-permanent seat more than once. So nobody was making history. We are history. We refuse to come to the future. Okay? We are history. We have refused, okay, to answer to the changing environment, the changing world in real time, to choose visionaries to give us the opportunity to shape the future that we all need for all of us to be a part of. That has been the problem. That is our problem. So to come and say you're making history, and that's why they deprive you from learning. So when they deprive you of learning, they dictate to you what they think you should know and get you excited and say, oh, this is history. There was no history being made. Okay. We have held that seat. In fact, let me tell you who were in that seat. Give me 1 second. I think I sent it to Dr. Richardson. Let me see. Let me tell you 1 second. I got to go watch the debate. I got a few things to do tonight and watch the debate. Okay. Liberia had a non-permanent seat more than once. All right. So let me see where it was. I believe it was on Sunday, yesterday, today. Okay, here we are. Liberia had a non-permanent on the Security Council. Henry Albrook Carter was the representative at the time on the Security Council, non-permanent seat. The second one was James Green. That's 1961 to 1962, 1976 to 1977. So there is nothing new here. This is the book of Ecclesiastes. We're just returning back to our vomit. We're looking for a place, diversionary tactics to go to. That's what it is. That's what it is. But let me say this to you, and I'm going to come up. I've never seen people of the nation that are so envious, that have this crab mentality, that don't celebrate people when they earn. You celebrate bad people. You celebrate rogues, people who diminish you, people who lie to you, people who have nothing to offer, but they lied and you go clapping and you're in the street and you never change. But then you want somebody to come and save you. Nobody coming to save you. They say the man who is not in chain, it's not buckler, the hand not behind them, but always looking for a savior. That man is a slave. You, based on our constitution, the preamble says, and I repeat, all right? The preamble says, and I repeat here, it goes, yo, how you call it here? It says, we the people of the Republic of Liberia. You know, that's the same way the American Constitution opened. We the people. It said, we the people acknowledge our devout gratitude to God for our existence as a free and sovereign and independent state, and rallying on this divine guardians for our survival as a nation, realizing from many experiences during the course of our national existence, okay, which culminated into me everything coming together. Revolution on April 12, 1980. I'm not even going to go to that other part. That part, a different story for different things. And Article 1 state, all power is inherent in the people. We, the people. All power is inherent in the people. In a Republican type of government, be it unitary or not. Starting with this preamble, it says the people are absolute. The people have the power if owned. And let me say to you, power resides where power is recognized. You can only use it when you know you have it. When you know what you have, then using it becomes powerful. So I'm going to stop here. And I want to say to Anitido Foundation, congratulations, all the children passed. They're getting their support all the way from here. I'm sure the children are getting good education. Dr. Clarice Kula School, the same way, great school, getting their support from here. She has a school here in Georgia. I know a lot of kids that attended it. All right. So she's bringing world-class education to our people. Most of these schools that failed, they're government school. And then it speaks to us as a nation. It speaks to the role of the government, okay? What it prioritizes is not the people. It does not prioritize the people. All right? It does not. It does not. So, here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to call you at night. I think I wanted to play this video, then I will call you at night. So, let me see if I can play this video where the guy is explaining. And actually, he's bluffing. If somebody from other world, like South Africa, okay, Kenya, where you got free elementary education, South Africa, free education, people will laugh at us. They think something is wrong with us. All right, here he is. Hopefully, I can play all through for us. All right, and I'm looking here like, are you for real? Is this in 2024 that we are talking? Really? So let me see. I have no copyright to this. I saw it across Africa. Hopefully, it will play. All right, it's still doing the same thing. My stuff is showing off and on. And this dude is talking. He asking everyone after they receive the result to get to him. The result should be something that they all receive automatically. In 2024,
So welcome
in
to this special
2024,
interview with the
you are
resident
still asking when you get
district
paper
education
continent.
officer of Banga School District 1. And basically, he will be speaking to the press on some pressing issues in the education sector, specifically the issue of the conduct of graduation for 12th graders. As you may be aware, MOE came up with a mandate that before graduation is.
Yeah, my sister is really carrying on. Look, I need you to come to Georgia. I do. It's messing around. I try. I went into my tax manager today and tried to get this out, but it didn't happen.
Where before the wax, I engaged the media concerning uh, the result, expected result, and how it should be in concerning graduation, especially the ninth graders to 10th grade, enrollment, all these pressing issues.
Okay, guys, it's not gonna work, so you can go ahead and watch it later. For some reason, this I'm gonna go back again and try to see if I can clean this tax manager because it's not working.
First rate subject, which is math and English, that's where the lapses are. In ninth grade, 99.9% of them make a pass. I mean, in the YA. So that
So
is
math and English, that means
serious
the children don't know math,
uh,
they don't know
importance of
they don't know
me
English.
coming to the radio to me
That
appreciate
just
them and to
means
also tell them
they're not gonna make
color
it
of
anyway.
issues.
Because you must know math and you must know English. I think this is how you call it. So I'm gonna stop right here. All right. So it depends on what we're teaching our children. So I'm gonna stop here tonight. All right, guys, please share the video. All right. Some of you did not share, you just came on. Please share the video. I will appreciate it if you share it. All right. Folks, we are supposed to be on the air today again. And that's the thing we're doing, anything with Liberia. Just unstable. But we are where we are. We will continue to push. Again, I will contact the people on the other radio station this weekend, and we will go ahead and um, make sure we have at least one or two radio stations that we can broadcast on until we can go to Liberia and get our own station. That is the goal. I'm not doing it. This is too much. All right. Um, the people in America, most of them know what they're doing. Some of them are stuck on stupid because of their tribe or because of the political party. That's their problem. But I can tell you for free, the most of them who want better for their nation, those who are not short-sighted, they want better for their nation. And because they want better for their nation, they are going to make the right decision. So the problem with Liberia is we know what is bad, and so long as our bad, we support it. I And that's what they do. I see plenty of them coming all kind of chat room. They're insulting each other for different political party, insulting other people's wives for different political party. What a shame. They're not talking about how they can diversify their nation wealth, the natural resources, how they can do processing, how they can pelletize their iron ore, how they can turn the rubber, build factory in Liberia. They're not talking about it though. They're not talking about just worshiping political leaders. Okay, political leaders. Sometimes it's just tiring. All right. So what needs to happen is not going to the United Nations to get a non-security seat. We had that seat. What we need to be doing is putting our house in order, finding the best brain that Liberia has. I'm not talking about based on political party. I'm talking about people who can actually do the work, who have vision, who knows how to leapfrog the nation, who knew a department. Let me say this. You put somebody in commerce who came and say, I'm a multi-millionaire. But the last time I checked, when Alexander Cummings went out there, they were not empowered and wanted to do and have competition for ideas. Those who wanted to build business incubator. I mean, that was one of the people on there. In fact, he won the highest prize with his business idea proposal. If you're a millionaire, why didn't you join another millionaires to get more Liberian young people working? But you came and got $10,000 and walk away with it when you already knew you were a millionaire. That's greed. If this is true, I know that he won that because he was one of those who won it. He won the higher price, the last I remember. All right. But he comes out. How are you able to do your business dealing and also be dealing for the government? That's a conflict of interest. Unless you take that business and pass it over to somebody else and that person is independently operating that business. All right. Then you turn around, you tell LRA to buy you a car, and Liberian children don't have chair to sit on. Don't even have building to sit in. Sitting on what man call munu in the dust, no floor, nothing. Then you some of your what the other person I do for Liberia? What have you done for Liberia? What did your father do for Liberia? Majority of you who talk on Facebook, your mind and part them were given opportunity. They stole from the nation and left us without. That were all of the upside down because if those who came before had educated the nation, had put in the rightful infrastructure, had built a nation that were inclusive, that the people were informed and educated, were patriotic, they understood, okay, the nature of patriotism, they will prioritize their country. You know, our kids here get up every morning when they get in school. They pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States, one God, nation under one God, whatever. Their loyalty, that's why, you know, in America, when you don't send your child to school, because the country provide the school, the teacher, the resources. When you don't get food to your house, you come to our school, we feed you in the morning, we feed you in the afternoon. Some of the children, they're in certain category based on their record. Over the weekend when they're coming home, we collect food. We give it to them to carry home so they can have breakfast and stuff over the weekend while they're not in school. We do that. We do that. Like today, I had a kid that came to me and said, Miss Martin, I said, why you just sleeping in class? She said, because I'm hungry. Because I can be hungry. I said, what do you need? Every time you come to school, you're hungry. Let me know. I have some crackers in my drawer. I'll give you crackers and I'll give you a drink. Okay. She can even go to the nurse. They will give her food. How in hell a nation that pays its president, this have no particular thing to do with anybody, millions of dollars. A man who squandered, y'all say $8 million, $80 million, and we're living in Brownstone, in Staten Island, can become multi-millionaire, everybody associated with him. But you can't build a school. You can't feed the children. our children. I see the people beating little girls, naking them, beating them. I watched I got the little girl, Daba, I think that was her name, beat her in the marketplace while people watch, while they rape her in broad daylight, put her finger all inside of her. Nothing, we never heard nothing. Nothing. The lady is struggling with trauma in another country. Nobody have been called. A 7-year-old little girl was raped over and over, sadomas in the Liberian embassy. We a sign that ambassador. The lawmaker left from Liberia, went to Nigeria to intervene. That obstruction of justice. A lawmaker in America, the mere fact that you got involved in a manner being molested, you will not be in the Senate before you will be in the House of Representatives. And we think it's funny. We think it's funny. Talking about Liberia can be very, very depressing. Very, very depressing. Liberia is a sad, sad story. That's all I can say. Very sad story. Liberia is a very sad story. I'm going to call it good night. We will continue to speak. We will continue to be here. The weekend was tough. Friday, we were out of power for most of the day because of the weather. And then Thursday the same. But we are glad that we are alive. The storm came and passed. Maybe maybe we will see you again. Maybe because they're telling us it's brewing somewhere else. Okay. So let me see. If your children are sitting outside, look at here, in the middle of the night to take work because you didn't show up on time, you don't even care. It's not that means education is not a priority. All right. We test every year, milestone. We get trained every year. If they're new, if it's old, if they're new adjustment have been made. Not only that we get trained, we also certify that we have no ethical issue because you can go to jail. And those tests come in days before the school have to be trusted. And that school will be administered. Every paper, every pen, everything used will be collected. And in fact, we don't even use paper anymore. We only get scratch paper. We use the test is digital. In 2024, and Liberian people know how to resolve the issue, but they refuse because the people in charge are benefiting, just as with the election. But we had an opportunity to shift Liberia. He failed miserably. That's why I see this year running all over the place at Carrot Square. At Carrot Square and all. At Carrot Square, you took nowhere in the world, in the civilized world, in the developed world, that a lawmaker would take a team of gangsters on the university campus. In fact, somebody would have gotten shot. The police would have come and arrested all of you would have lost your seat. Carry people to beat up students on campus. Even our presidents don't just show up on the campus. There are protocols that they must follow because they call it special purpose government. The libraries, the schools, the train track, the airport, those are special purpose government. You just don't show up there. You just don't. You just don't. Yeah. Now we're hearing most of the people there get fake degree, and then they don't even have the experience, they can't do the job. The one when they're on Facebook, they just cussing left and right. Anything in theory, if you don't know the practical, you're not going nowhere. But I'll talk to you later. I gotta go look at my papers and see where I can order my books. I got classes to go to. Folks, this again has been Second Thought Africa Reimagine. Okay? We're aspiring to engender new thought across the continent. Reimagine us as a new nation, a changed nation. But at this point, change is an illusion. That's what it is. You have a good day and good night.